So, recently a musical group I've been subscribed to for about 5 years when I was 10 has started a new challenge. The name of the channel? Random Encounters. The challenge? The RE Challenge. To celebrate the 10th birthday of their channel, they challenged the fan base to listen to all 136 of their musicals in a single month. They challenged us to listen to 4 different playlists, with each one having their musicals split up. Shortly after, a quiz will be made about the playlist and they'll give out free merch as a giveaway. However, I'm not in this for the free merch. I'm in this to get the recognition from a channel that I've been a fan of for years. Sorry, my cat is on my lap. So, in honor of Random Encounters' 10th birthday, not only am I going to listen to all 136 of their musicals, but I'm also going to be rating them all in my personal opinion. This series will be split up into 5 parts, each part releasing roughly around the time the quiz for each playlist is uploaded. Right now I'm in week 1, and I just finished the test for it, which, not to brag, but I got everything but 1 right. Damn Tetris song. Now, I don't blame you. If you're lazy and you don't want to watch a long video, I got you. Here's the entire rating for all of the Playlist 1 songs. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes and why I rated what songs what, I need to make this clear. I am biased! I am based. Obviously, songs I listened to and thoroughly enjoyed before this challenge will be rated higher than songs I listened to for the first time during this challenge. Along with that, some of these songs will be rated higher because of the cast. Obviously, I'm gonna simp over a song whose main singers are Matt, Pat, Markiplier, and Gwen over a song that's entirely just AJ in different clothing. Though, I do like Kindergarten a lot. Now, if you don't mind the obvious bias for this video, let's get started. The ratings for these songs will go like this. I listen to the song and judge it based on the cast of people, how well the lyrics are written, and something called a song vibe. Basically, if I would blast this song if I was doing homework or if I had the aux cord. I'll give you a small explanation of the song's story, and I'm also throwing in if the song had a cameo from Random Encounters' mascot, The Beard, and if it's the first time I listen to this song or not, just so you guys know in the obvious case of a bias. Week 1 was released on 3/13/21 and featured, here we go. 60 Seconds, Arms, Baldi's Basics, Bendy, both E3 songs, Best Fiends, the entirety of the FNAF musical plotline, Ice Cream Fun, Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, Kindergarten, Minesweeper, Date with Captain Falcon, Needle Mouse, Octodad, Plants vs. Zombies, Rhythm Thief, Sing It Chew, Team Full of Harmony, Tetris, Big the Cat, Brony Song, Death of the Sim, Ganondorf is in the Car, and You and Me. That's a lot of songs to explain, so let's do it right away. Get comfy and let's get right into this.
60 seconds till the commies arrive.
60 Seconds is based on the game, 60 Seconds, obviously, where a family portrayed by AJ, Gwen, and Nathan have 60 seconds to collect whatever they can from their house and proceed to live down in the bunker for a long time. Overall, the cast is fine, just the usual 3 peeps, Nate, AJ, and Gwen, but there's nothing wrong with that. The lyrics does pretty well at explaining the chaos of the first minute of the game and the time in the bunker. The question of would I play it in a car while doing homework, it depends on the setting, but as with all of the songs that Random Encounters make, at first I wouldn't, but after listening to it a few times, I changed my mind. And overall, I'd play it in a car. Giving the ranking of 10 and putting it around mid in the list, the Beard cameos around the end. Sitting on top of the bunker that the group is in, eating a sandwich and trapping them in. It also wasn't the first time of me listening to this song. Arms of a Fighter is based on the game Arms. Well, loosely. After AJ catches Nathan playing Arms, he gets inspired to get new arms of his own. It seems like it was a super fun video to record with the pool noodles and Freddy Fazbear hands, but overall it's just a bit lacking in a few aspects. But I don't blame them, cause you can only do so much with Arms. With the cast being pretty low at 2 to 3 people, and only decent lyrics and not even the beautiful vocals of Rami Kuremi, the same person who sang the Baby I Love You cover in the FNAF series, I would probably skip over this song if I was doing homework or if I was in a car. There was no beard in this song, unfortunately, but there was, whatever this is. And this was my first time listening to Arms.
A mysterious package.
Baldi's Basics is based on the game Baldi's Basics. AJ receives a mysterious package at the door featuring the game itself. He tries to play it and ends up getting transported into the world of the game, meeting all his obstacles and trying to collect the notebooks before Baldi can catch up to him. Overall, the cast was pretty big, and during the song, I simped respectfully for whoever played the principal and Jump Roping Girl. The lyrics are very catchy, especially Gwen's 1, 2, oops, you messed up, and overall, I will definitely be playing this song during homework time and car rides. The Beard shows up at the end, being the one who proclaimed the final notebook, and this, as my enthusiasm shows, isn't my first time listening to it. Bendy and the Ink musical is based on the game Bendy and the Ink Machine. The The Beard visits Joey Drew's studios instead of the faceless main character of the Bendy games and meets the MatPat sounding Bendy who shows up to tour him around the studio. Bendy ends up showing him the ink machine and its magical and fun uses, including the making of minions. Altogether, it's a pretty normal song with only one overall main singer and pretty catchy lyrics. I'd occasionally tune the song out, but when I realized the song is playing, I'd probably let it keep playing. The Beard makes a cameo in this song. No way, it's not like he's a whole main character in this song, right? And I don't remember if this was my first time listening to it, so I'll chalk it up to a no. I haven't listened to it before. Wait, MatPat actually does play Bendy? Alright guys, Bendy is number 1 on the list.
Here in LA, we once a year.
The E3 musical is centered around the E3 convention. No way, right? 2 people go to the convention, AJ, which is ecstatic and happy to be attending, and Underbelly, which is, well, the opposite. He absolutely hates E3 and he shows it well. You might be wondering, why the high rating, Ryan, when an animation song like Bendy is far below this one? Well, what can I say? I'm a sucker for overlapping lyrics and songs with happy beats and darker ones. Though the cast may be lacking this only featuring 2 people, Underbelly portrays a role well, and AJ is, well, AJ. The lyrics are fun and the overall song vibe is off the charts, giving it a high spot on the list. The Beard cameos in this as a cosplay, and it was indeed my first time listening to it.
Everything's got its
Now for a total 360 from E3. Best Fiends. I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The catch is great, I love it, but the lyrics and the song vibes just aren't it. It makes me feel a wave of insatiable anger, and when I listen to this song, I just want to throw a chair at the screen. That's a joke, obviously, but it's just a way I played Best Fiends and then lost all my data that makes me hate everything Best Fiends related. Anyways, it was my first excruciating listen, and the Beard cameo is the only thing that saves it.
This is my chance to do something super.
Pizzeria Sim is the prequel to the FNAF Supercut. It features amazing vocals from CG5, and even though he's technically the only guy in the song, he blasts it out of the park. The lyrics are pretty good, showing off his happiness and then his descent into sadness as the lawsuits come, and his eventual death. Everything about this song is so great, and I can't believe I hadn't listened to it earlier. The Beard cameos as a puppet slash animatronic, and this was a complete 180 from Best Fiends.
Hi, I'm Phone Guy.
The Five Nights at Freddy's Supercut. Just as in the various polls conducted by Random Counters community tab and award votes, put the Five Nights at Freddy's Supercut against anything, and the chances are it will win number 1 no matter what. I'm keeping that trend alive, not only because of the music slaps, but the cast also slaps, and the song vibes also slaps. I remember watching night 1 and then waiting an entire month for night 2, and so on until it was over. I did not waste 5 months to be addicted to a song that later down the line I would vote last in a Random Encounters challenge. It just feels illegal to not rate it 1. Once again, this is my obvious bias showing, but I love this song. I love these songs so much, and as do many of the other fans of Random Encounters. The Beard cameo is so small, but it doesn't take up most of the screen like he usually does, and gives him a perfect spot in the best musical they ever made.
1 year has passed.
Web of Lies is the second latest song in the FNAF musical series. It features a cameo from MatPat, and it's primarily sung by Adrisaurus. It's filling in the one thing Pizzeria Sim didn't have, and it was a big cast. The reason I say it's a bigger cast is because the animatronics voice actors came back, and they also had a Glitch Trap singer. Though the lyrics and vibes don't really live up to the expectation of Pizzeria Sim and the FNAF Supercut, it definitely is a song that you should listen to, and it excites me for what they're gonna do next for the FNAF storyline. The Beard cameos as an animatronic puppet in this, and it was my first listen.
I'm going to kill some kids.
Ice Cream Fun isn't based on any game, at least none that I know of. The music is fun and upbeat, following the instruments that you'd usually hear from an ice cream truck, and it entertains me thinking about AJ or whoever was under that outfit just casually going out in public with the Ice Cream Man outfit on. The lyrics are fine, just an ice cream man wanting to make people an ice cream, and the non-fat ice cream sucks line is pretty funny, but overall, the costumes are great, but just listening to the song alone, I'd probably skip it. The Beard sadly doesn't cameo in this song, and it was my first listen.
Walk me through the basics, give me everything you...
Keep on Talking No One Will Explode is based on, well, you guys know what it's based on. The music is chaotic and perfectly shows off how the game usually is. From a person who's played it before, it's fun how they played around with the modules, and the entire bomb itself looks like a fun arts and craft project, and I live for that. The lyrics are written well, and it shows the unsureness of the rookie, and the mandatory needing of trust between the rookie and the instruction guy. Gwen was great in this, and I respect the person who played the instruction guy because that type of fast talking I can only dream of doing. This is also one of the rare obscure song instances that I've wanted to sing this on stage before for theater. It just seems really fun to sing this with a friend. I love the way how Gwen is so cocky towards the chief after the song, and the Beard cameos in this, coming in right after the instruction guide. As you can tell, it isn't my first listen.
Check out my new
Kindergarten. I mean, I rate this an AJ out of 29 to be honest. AJ plays literally everyone in this song, and it's really funny to see him dress in different costumes to represent each kid in the game. This song was actually a factor in why I bought Kindergarten for myself, and it's a super fun game. The lyrics do well in showing off the personality of all the kids, and the song beat is nice. And I think it's a good song overall, it's just not higher than any of the above ones. There is sadly no Beard cameo in this, and it isn't my first listen.
Time for your
My Date with Captain Falcon. This is one of the rare exceptions where I dislike a song that famous YouTubers are in. Both Markiplier and Nickasor did an awesome job at portraying Captain Falcon and his date respectively, and they pulled it off in a very comedic way, but it's just something about the song vibe that bugs me. The mariachi band is talented, but kinda not in theme for the musical. Now you may be thinking, he's supposed to be annoying and he's supposed to be bad on a date, and yes, they're doing very good at making it annoying. So take it as you will. Beard doesn't cameo on this, and this was my first listen to it. Who knows, maybe I'll change my mind someday.
My name is Eggman.
Needle Mouse. Just saying the name alone makes my lisp act up, but it's okay. Needle Mouse is based on Sonic, and oh boy, you could tell that this was one of Random Encounter's very early songs. Oldies are goodies, and I agree, but just compared to any of their newer songs at the moment, I rated it low because once you listen to the newer songs, you can just never go back. The lyrics are fine and the cast is fine considering Gwen wasn't even in the group at the time, and it was just AJ, Nate, and Peter back then. But overall, I just don't like it. But I definitely can see how some people will like it. The Beard doesn't cameo on this because he didn't even exist, and it was my first listen.
He's a normal human.
Octodad. I weirdly had a really huge addiction to Octodad when I was like around 9 or 10, and I wanted to have everything related to the game, for some odd reason. Anyways, besides my weird addiction to Octodad, the musical was pretty decent. Lower on the mid-tier side, but the video looked super fun to record, had a decent vibe to it, and I really liked how the Inkling were Octodad's neighbors. The Beard cameos in this just by entering its car, and this was probably not my first time listening, because, you know, the whole Octodad phase.
I know what you're thinking.
Plants vs. Zombies. The musical is based on Plants vs. Zombies. At this point, if the song is named it, it's based on it. The cast is fine, just a duet between Crazy Dave and AJ with zombies constantly attacking them, and the props are magnifique. The costumes are great, the lyrics are fun and upbeat, and the vibe of the song is overall something I might listen to. The Beard cameos in this just barbecuing and vibing, and this was not my first time listening to it. It lands a perfect spot right in the middle of the list.
I'm the Rhythm Thief.
The Rhythm Thief! I absolutely love this song. I would rate it higher if I wanted to, but no, I'm not. I don't know what about the Rhythm Thief song I love so much. The cast has 4 people and overlapping lyrics, as you guys know from the East 3 song that I'm a total sucker for. This song alone made me go through a Rhythm Thief phase, and I loved every bit of it. The lyrics are catchy, and I love practicing a French accent when I'm singing for Inspector Verger. This is such a criminally underrated song in my opinion, and this is also another rare obscure song I wanted to perform with friends in theater. The song vibes are off the charts. The Beard sadly doesn't cameo in this, and it's obviously my first time listening to the Rhythm Thief song. I'm joking, it isn't.
No need to battle.
A team full of harmony is a breath of fresh air. The cast is pretty big, having 4 people and an extra 2 at the end, and I just love it a ton. The overall story for this is just a friendship counselor trying to get the 3 Pokemon Go team leaders to get along and be friends, and I vibe with it so much. The lyrics are great and show off each team leader's personality perfectly, along with the progressive pent-up anger that the counselor gets as they keep fighting. The vibes are pretty good, and I even added it to my Spotify, which means I love this song overall. Give this a listen if you haven't yet. I didn't listen to it, but I regret that now, wishing I had earlier, because it's a really fun song. Beard doesn't cameo on this, but Jesse and James do, which is obviously better, and this is my first time listening to it.
Blue skies are sunny.
Tetris is VeggieTales. VeggieTales scare me, and I mean, just look at their eyes! Ah, this is scary! Anyways, the cast, or well, the voice acting of this features about 5 people, and the story is kind of hard to tell. It starts out with some casual flirting between Square and L Block. T-Block interrupts some of his dumb personality and tries befriending them if they get annoyed. Z-Block jumps down and starts going into places he shouldn't be and then runs away. L-Block befriends the group, talking about how he wants to join the singing too, and unlike T, he takes a friendlier approach into integrating himself in the group. Z-Block comes back and starts attacking and annoying them with some masterpiece of overlapping lyrics and chaos. They suddenly need Z to stop the Earth from ending, and then they all become friends. The cast is big and I enjoy that. The lyrics are fine, they get a bit long as the song goes on, but that's fine. And the vibe overall is pretty fun. The Beard sadly doesn't make a cameo in this, and this was my first time listening to it.
There once was a
Big the Cat. This atrocious purple monster is at the very bottom of the list. Why? Because it's not a vibe, the lyrics are fine, but it's ruined by Knuckles singing it and being edgy, and the cast is fine. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and my favorite Sonic character of all, Ganondorf, is in it. But besides all of that, Big the Cat is just a bad song in my opinion. The Beard doesn't cameo in it, and neither will I ever go to that video ever again. It will stay in my memory as the very worst. But we'll get beaten by some other song at the end of the month? Stay tuned to find out. The Brony song has a pretty extensive cast, featuring about as many people the FNAF Supercut had, at least I think. And the song overall is just about how unfair bronies are treated in the world and how they're just normal people as well. I'm not really into slow songs, as you can tell with my lower ratings on slow songs like Big the Cat, Best Fiends, and now on the list this. I mean, the lyrics are pretty good, it's just not my cup of tea. For a serious song, The Beard would never have a cameo on this, and it was my first listen.
This is Danny Dingle, he's a semi.
Death of a Sim. This song is pretty straightforward. AJ and Gwen go on a date, how fitting since they are married, and Gwen gets excited about the concept of killing Sims, that she starts bragging about all the ways she killed her Sims. The cast is pretty big, featuring AJ, Gwen, Nate, and a bunch of masked ritual members, and the lyrics are pretty entertaining since Gwen is scarily good at playing weird / scary characters, as seen in like Cooking Mama, Too Slow, and Misfortune. Plus with the added bits of AJ being scared for his life and Nate playing as all of the Sims, it's a pretty good song overall and I love it to death. The Beard cameos in this being naked, and it was surprisingly my first listen to this song. Minesweeper is also a very good mid-tier song. It literally taught me how to play Minesweeper. After writing that sentence, I proceeded to try and play Minesweeper. I don't know how to play it. Either way, I enjoyed this song tons. The lyrics try and give the Minesweeper a story, and the music conveys a Western type theme, which is awesome. This is surprisingly not my first listen, and Beard doesn't cameo in this, sadly. I don't even think the Beard existed at this time.
Pika.
Singachu is based on Pokemon, if it wasn't painfully clear. AJ, dressed in a Pikachu outfit, sings about how much he is Pikachu and how Pikachu is the best Pokemon in the entire universe. And to be honest, his enthusiasm hypes me up. I love it, and to be honest, thanks to it, I think I can solo the entire Pokemon universe with just a team of Pikachus. Noah, come at me. Anyways, by the end of it, some random child says that he isn't Pikachu and he leaves with an existential crisis. Just kidding, he's Clefairy now. Anyways, the song vibe is great and the lyrics, as repetitive as it is, are good too. The cast only features 2 people and overall it's a nice song. It's just not great compared to any of the higher ups on the list. This really shows how far Random Encounters has improved and how awesome they are. The Beard doesn't cameo in this, and this was my first listen. Ganondorf is a classic from Random Encounters. I myself never really got into a Legend of Zelda phase, so I didn't really like the song, or even listen to it at all before this challenge, but I could see the awesome effort put in by AJ. He literally had green face paint and thought up an entire tap routine and animated some of the fairies near the end. The song lyrics can get a bit repetitive, Ganondorf. It's a pretty decent song overall. No Beard, only Ganondorf, and this was my first listen to it.
Oh, this isn't a car, not a car.
Isn't a Car is an entirely animated song by Random Encounters. The story is literally just Batman trying to convince the Batmobile isn't a car. The lyrics are catchy, the vibes are fine, and there's nothing else to say about this song. I happen to enjoy it, but just compared to everything else, it's just decent. No Beard, first listen.
I'm Knuckles the Echidna, the guy who wouldn't.
The Knuckles rap, on the other hand, is also a pretty fun song to listen to. The story is just Knuckles rapping about Eggman and how he sucks, and it's one of the only Sonic songs where Knuckles is actually singing. I find it also pretty funny that Knuckles has been through 3 different actors at this point, and each person's take on Knuckles changes, but I think that whoever played Knuckles in this one did pretty well in portraying it. The lyrics are pretty funny, it's just Knuckles ranting, and the vibes are decently high on it despite its low rating. Beard sadly doesn't cameo on this, damn Eggman tricking me into thinking he was, but it was also my first listen.
It's a Reggie Tuesday morning, I was showing up.
Wario Rex is an awesome song. Wario attends E3, and after going inside, he has the genius idea of wrecking E3. It's really something watching AJ run around in E3 causing mischief. And the lyrics do a fun job at showing Wario's development from hating E3 in the beginning to absolutely loving it and missing the games near the end. With a cameo from, you guessed it, Wario's voice actor. That's just a cherry on top, and I overall find the song's vibe to be awesome. This was my first listen, but oh boy, I wish I listened to it earlier.
Hold on, sit tight.
This finally leads us to the last song of Playlist 1, You and Me, a fun duet between Medic and the Heavy. The story follows as Heavy rushes into battle. The Medic desperately tries to tell him to stop and insists on letting him heal the Heavy. The lyrics are fun and upbeat, and I've always wanted to be in a Team Fortress themed video because the costumes always look so fun and the lyrics and vibes to this are great overall. The Beard cameos near the middle as it's revealed he's a sniper attacking Heavy, and I probably listened to this song when I was young at the peak of my TF2 phase, trading for scrap to unusual and then eventually getting scammed as the circle of life happened. You guys don't understand how happy I am to finally be done with this. That was my ranking for all of the Random Encounters song. Wait, they just released week 2? Bro, I'm not even done with this video. What? I have to do another 3 weeks of this? And a rating for every song? I love all of these songs though, besides Big the Cat. What the hell? How can I rate them all? Well, I mean, I guess you'll have to tune in to find out where I rate Playlist 2, which, I guess I'm gonna have to turn in by the end of this week. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Drat, the Phantom escapes my grasp, but he cannot be far. See the blood on the cart, it's from us. We're in juvenile jeopardy. We're small, but we're smart. Walk me through the base, give me everything you got. Is it angular, rectangular? You only got one shot. When you go play the box, 30 centimeters long. The details in the details, so don't get the details wrong.